makes so much more sense when we finish the raft. Which we will... Oh no, what was that? Okay people, we're back on, and I've taken a bit of time off camera to do a bit of grinding. We've now got some more narcotics brewing up, although we need more sport meat. We've also got more spark powder and gunpowder brewed up, which I should just take some of that now and pop it into the armoury. We also have, I hope, yep, a bit more metal brewed up. On top of that, I've now reached up to level 50 with this points allocation, I guess you're going to say. And I had a quick check on my settings, and my experience boost, or whatever it is at 2, not 3. So, not as high as I thought, but high enough to get me jumping through the levels. But we've now got to level 50. And I've done a bit. Oh no! So we have a few options. We've got a Parasa platform now. And at the same time, sorry, I figured I might as well get my generator bits whilst I'm there. We have an extra box here with bits in it for, not many bits at all, okay. But the other idea is we can build a raft up and lower the foundations and such. Another idea is we just go for a bit of a search on our pterodon, see if we can find some of the new dinosaurs to tame up. Obviously we've got the trike that's been redone. We've got the parasaur, which I haven't actually tried this out with any wild animals yet, but I kind of feel like I need to call it parasub because... Captain, we found the Red October. Anyway, excuse my terrible accents. As for the trike, we've been out and collected a few narco berries with it, and we have found this magical bit of the ball sort of thing, which definitely gets me moving a lot quicker. One thing we've also found out is that these bushes here with the long pieces like bamboo seem to give a lot more berries than your standard bushes. And of course we're out of stamina now, but it was worth it. Oh yeah, I've got poor Dilo following me because I loaded it up with some bits, which it's still loaded up with some bits. Sorry buddy. Alright, let's take that off of him, and let's pop a level into melee damage. Well, then of course the trike's still following the parasaur, so it's run off and left us. Thanks. And of course it wouldn't be an episode of Ark without being dehydrated and having no water skins. And here we are at one of my favourite spots for a base. It's just down before the snow. It's a nice raised area from the rest. You can section it off as far away as you want. Fresh water supply right in the middle. I wonder what the hell that was. It's just the end of a tree, so all good. You can section off this end as well. If I fly up for a bit, then we can get a better view. There's a volcano with rich metal deposits around it, of course. The river goes up there towards it, so you could even put a raft on to come up and down on a raft. Snow's over there, so mammoths and all such will be a fur. And the sea right here, which we're not going to brave quite yet, perhaps once we've sorted the raft. And also, once we build some stamina up, we should find a few more dinosaurs down here that we will be looking for. There's one thing that I need to actually start planning towards is caves. And as I'm sure most of you know, most of the stuff in caves nowadays likes to tranquilise you. So, going in with some backup is always a good thing. Some walls would be lovely, but as most of those are going to be in the snow region, we'll probably be leaving that. And past that, it's going to be a saber-tooth. Now, here's one reason I like this area as well. We have the Argentavis. We've just got a white drop, and I had to show you the amazing blueprint we have just picked up. Ready, ready. Bosh! An Ascendant Torch. And who says you only get crap from white drops, so? Although saying which, we're going to get rid of the crap. And, in fact, whilst we're here, on a nice safe rock, I will just show you one thing. Now, I was trying to figure out last episode how to attach, not that, how to attach a torch to the saddle. And I did find out one thing, which is if we unequip the skin, then unequip the saddle, and put a torch in this inventory, then there we go, one torch on the saddle. This also works with most dinosaurs that have got saddles. I think there's a limit to some of them. I believe the RG it works with, I know the trike it does because I tried it, or the parasaur, sorry, not the trike. And it's just a helpful way to do things, especially if it's something you're going to take into a cave. It's nice to know, for instance, let's say a saber, that we can put a saddle on it with a torch on, so we can actually see where we're going, even if we've got a weapon out in our hands. So, a little bit of facts for you there. Right, see you back at the base. Okay, we got the fake disruptor on the way. Oh, you sneaky bugger. And we're all good. Oh, no, 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 no. What's he running from? What's he running from? Please, please. Thank you. So, we found ourselves a level 92 raptor. No, we didn't. We found ourselves a level 92 Dilo. And I think we're going to be taking it home with us. We could go prime meat. But as I'm not 100% sure what's around here, I think we're just going to settle for any meat we can get. Now, before we get too carried away, we're going to see how it is. So we've got quite a bit of unconsciousness, which is handy. There's somewhere over here I did see something larger, which means prime meat. I do see a Carno. I don't quite think we're up to something that bites back. A Diplo, fantastic. And we're back to the Diplo. It took us a little Dilo. Sorry, we're back to the Dilo. It took us a little bit longer than expected, thanks to this gorgeous weather. It's actually already picking back up, but let's just say I got a little bit lost in the fog. And we now have a 137 Dilophosaurus. This is our island, so we don't have that far to go after all. And the torch is still going. Plus, if you look at it, there's actually now a wear bar at the bottom of the saddle, which indicates how long the torch has left. So, this really useful Ascendant torch should be a lot better now, because it's got a durability of 169, and that has only 40. So, basically 4 times, just over 4 times as good as the torch. Which in the caves means that hopefully, if we put one on a saddle for a dinosaur, it should stay there a lot longer. Now then, let's get to building, shall we? So first off, we have our raft. And anyone who's interested in these bits, I'm sure, has seen many ways to do this. But the way I like to do it is start off removing that there. Sail. another fiddly bit and get it lined up just right. Which I'd say that's pretty close. There's the hole. So, boom. Now to make this much faster, what we're going to do is we're going to put that there. And we're going to put this right there. I would replace the parachutes, but if I forget to put them back later, then I'm in trouble. Oh, I thought that was a pheasant as a turkey. Bloody turkey. So, excuse the distraction here. Idea is we can put a pillar in the centre of the foundation next to it lowers. So we'll do it again. And we've got to do this a few times until it's low enough to be on the raft. There we go. Destroy that, destroy that. You always have to destroy the ones before it though, else it won't lower if there's a pillar and no one next to it normally. And as it is, this can be enough of a pain getting right anyway. See, there's low, there's low. It does waste a lot of bits, hence why we're doing a thatch in the first place rather than wood or stone or anything. But once it's done, it's worth it. So, there we go. I believe I've only got a couple more of these to go. Normally takes about 10. Well, it must be a shepherd's warning because it's red sky in the morning again. So I brought you on quickly just to show you one little trick, which is I've actually placed the engram for what I'm building in this bottom slot here. And so every time I've got enough materials to build another one, it will light up. When it's dark, I haven't, and if I hold down, then I can see that I'm just missing the food and the watch. Clearly not. I'm just missing the wood and the thatch. So, if you want to build a lot, it makes it a lot easier to know how you're getting on. And if you really want to know how many you've got, then you can simply bring this down to here, pop it in a slot there, and you can see how many you've made as well. Now, I believe we're going to need at least 8 of these. So, okay, and I'll snuff it a bit. We've got one on there, because of course it's going to be 9. We're going to do a 3x3 to start with. We'll expand out later if we can. But for now, we just want the foundations made out of wood. So we have something secure to start on. We are getting heavy though, so we're just going to run these over to the raft and put them down. Yes, I know I've still got the torch going. However, the torch will stay going because it's just making us some more charcoal. And we can never use too much charcoal. Never have too much charcoal, sorry. It's late, people. But here we go. As I said, we've lowered this last one down. Now, one idea I've seen, which we will try quickly, is, well, we've had to lower the foundation a bit more to get onto this one. We can do this. Oh, we can't do this because we've got no thatch and no wood. Quick, 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 it's in the name of science. Thanks for that. There we go. And this was advice I actually saw on someone else's video. I believe it was one wing, XX one wing or something. If I can remember, then I'll try and put a link onto here, but as I do it all through the PlayStation, it makes it a bit more difficult. But there. Right. So we now have this ceiling over the top, which keeps that protected, and we've still got a foundation underneath it. So perfect. Where is it? Anyway, that's what we're going to do. Right, and now we have a raft, which has gone from a wooden raft to a wooden raft. I'm not sure how that works out any better yet, but we shall see. The good news is it means that we can start to transport dinos on it. So I think what I'm going to do is extend this out a bit more, and I will bring you back once I've got it to at least the dimensions I wanted. Interesting fact, we've brought you back because apparently we're making 34. That did say 34, I'm not going mad. It claimed we were making 34 foundations. Not quite sure how that worked, but there we go. But now we can at least make a couple. But as I brought you back for that really uninteresting part, I might as well show you why. Now, we're going to take Sarah off the raft for a second, because we're actually going to need to get this out into the water a little bit, else the foundations are going to try and probably clip to... Please release me. Thank you. Hey, oh, look at that. That's quite interesting. I have no idea what went on there, but we're not going to worry about it at the moment. So, as I was saying, we need to bring this out into the water a bit, so that when we do this, then the foundations won't stick to the ground. And I believe that's as far as we can go out of the back, unless this works. Now we might have just done this a bit wrong, as I haven't actually built any ramps yet, so we'll see how well we can get back on the raft. Thank God for that. We're on. Right, and now we've put that foundation there. We can come out a little bit more. So, we'll get the gist of this. It's not the most fascinating thing to watch me put down ceilings, pillars, foundations, blah 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 blah. So I'm going to run myself across to get that blue drop, and we'll bring you back once I've actually finished extending the shape of the raft. So, we've nearly finished the base part of the raft. However, we have run out of, well, hatchet. We haven't run out of hatchet at all. We broke our hatchet, so we brought it back to the base. We just picked up the pterodon, but this is the first purple drop I've seen that's close by. So we're going to bring the pterodon over and see what's going to drop. Of course, if I'd realised it was in the water, I might have brought the raft. But of course, that would be too easy as well. Now, where are we? Of course, the important thing about a raft is it depends on what you want it for. If you want it just to get to and fro, then you might as well just keep the basic raft. I honestly can't remember now if you actually need to have foundations on it to put a bed, but you could always put your sleeping bags on, and I believe you can put your boxes and such on there without rafts. Oh, excuse me. But foundations mean that you can actually put walls and ceilings, and therefore you can start to get the benefits of the drop. Let me get rid of these before they try and eat me getting that drop. It means you can get the benefit of basically building a house on the raft. So for instance, in later game, where we're going to actually go and take the raft down to the snow and such to harvest bits, then it means we can just build walls around, put fires inside, and keep ourselves from freezing to death. Yeah, I'd say that was worth it. And here we are back on the raft. Now obviously this started out roughly this size here. And then what we've done is we've put thatch ceilings over it, which, if I can make one, I will show you how we've done this. So, there's the edge. These are the bits we've put down. I'll just jump underneath. You can actually see there's the side of the raft. From there to there, back to here. And we've actually managed to extend it out all this way. Might seem a little bit over the top, but we do have plans for it. Now, get back to where the rudder is. You can climb up that way, although we will also be putting down ramps, because there's nothing worse than trying to swim about and find that one safe place just to find out that you're eaten before you get there. But anyway, so we have these thatch ceilings overhanging, and for some reason, once they overhang, you can then snap a foundation to it. Then demolish the ceiling, and the foundation stays. Apparently that had a foundation. Never mind. So now it doesn't have a foundation at all. It lied to me. It lied. Did you see that? It was just rude. So the best way to do this is from under the boat there, and there, and thanks to that now we need one more. I did plan it out, I already did, I had the exact number, but this is why you always make spares and that. I must admit, this isn't a way that I would normally play the game of the third person view, but to show you the raft and how we were doing it, this seemed the easiest option. Oh yeah, I have managed to get about 3 levels, I believe, whilst building this raft so far, which is definitely worth it. And so that's probably going to be about 1.5 on normal settings, I should imagine. Now, as I said, here's the tricky bit. There we go, found it. So all those are down now, and all we've got to do is demolish these. Now, depending on the settings you're on, you can actually choose your own single player settings to extend the size of structures on platforms and such like. But for me, I think this is about it. And either way, I'm quite sure this is as far as we need to go. It all makes so much more sense when we finish the raft. Which we will... Oh no, what was that? Right, let's try this again, shall we? If we can get it. There we go. So as I was saying, we go around, we destroy all the ceilings, we've got a nice big platform, And then for me personally, this should be done for the night. So when we next come on for the chat, then hopefully I'll make a bit more sense to you, because thanks to the magic of video editing, my next day for you will in fact be mere seconds. Just destroy the last of these so that I know whether or not to curse and swear anything else. And here we have it. You can see the actual foundation and how big it was, which was a 3x3. It's now 4x8, which is a much more impressive size. We now have one dinosaur gate, which I could place right now, but I know how arc works, so we're just going to make one thatch wall. Double check, this is too wide, yep. So we're going to place this thatch wall 1, 2, 3 right there. And then one important thing is make sure you're not trying to get it on the edge just like so, only to place it on the ground below, because whilst it looks like it's rocking with the boat there, that's because the boat's rocking against the surface. If you really want to do it, then one easy way is to put it into orbit camera, and then you can actually go all the way around, to which, as you can see from mine, it's not quite straight. So we're going to tweak that a little bit. One good way of telling is if you can run to and fro, it should stay on the same lines. That looks good to me. There it is, and just in time for the darkness and the rain. Okay people, I didn't quite get to bed like planned. I did a bit more on here, but just one thing I wanted to show you before I went. Now obviously we've put the dinosaur gates on the side and that, and it's all fine. We could put one here, and it's all fine. If we're going to place it right at the back, then yeah, apparently can't place wooden dinosaur gate frame. Structure too high above the platform. I am very tired tonight. However, as you can see, we can put windows up the whole way. So, anyone understands that, feel free to let me know. Okay guys, we're back. We're on the pterodon because we finished the raft. Now, it's not the most pretty thing in the world, but basically everything on there has a reason. First off, we have a ramp each side, and we have 3 ramps at the front. We also took off 1 row of foundations at the front because we've actually run out of space to place anything. If I just quickly, for instance, go into the mortar and pestle here and pick up 1 sign. Too many structures on the platform. So this mortar and pestle is doubling as our storage box at the moment. We also have, if you look there in the right hand corner of my screen, the house buff, so it will keep us a bit more protected from the elements. And we have a fire here, or a standing torch and a standing torch to give us a bit more warmth if we go into the snow area. We've got a bed out the front for a spawn point. We have a campfire for cooking food, making charcoal, etc, etc. These little pieces of ceiling here and over here are both pretty much for what they look like. Somewhere to stand, so we can shut the doors from the outside without having to go inside with an angry Algentavis. Now, depending on which way around I put the doors, It's dependent on how they open. I put that one from the inside when it opens outwards, and I put this one from the outside so it opens inwards. It's something I never get used to, but there we go. We also have these two doors, which might seem strange to you, but the reason why is really quite simple. These doors are gate frame, gate, or these gates are gate frame, gate. Whereas this side we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 windows or walls. And as we're already out of space for parts, then having the two gates here was the cheapest way to fill the spaces. And apart from that, once we've tamed dinosaurs, we want to bring them out to the front of the raft, then we can just simply walk them straight through. So, if you give me 1 second, then we will show you with the pterodon how it's meant to work. And then after that, we're going to call it a day. And next episode, unless something goes horribly wrong, we should be testing it out with an Argentavis. So we fly in nice and low, Argentavis following us, we come to the top, wriggle out through this hole. We do wriggle out through the hole. It's a tight fit, but it does work. We want it nice and tight, else the Argentavis is going to fly out after us. Whilst the Argentavis is inside, focusing on the pterodon or the actual structures, we can close that door, and then we have a fully enclosed Argentavis. So, I hope that's been a little bit informative to you. Sorry for no humour on this episode, but let's face it, if we're taming an Argentavis next episode, I'm sure there's going to be quite a few funny events happening there. Alright people, all the best, take care, and see you next time.